Welcome in, everybody. My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker, and welcome to incident number 7. And joining me in the locker room, as always, is Jughead Biscuit Butt. Don't know what he was doing in the camera there, folks, but what were you doing there, dude?
I was just checking to make sure I had none of the ice cream sandwich that I was eating in my teeth, and just checking to see if I had any tonsil stones.
Tonsil stones. Okay. Well, all right. We also have down below the man, Beard King Picker, Mr. Alex.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Dude.
Was that your dinner? The ice cream sandwich?
Pre-dinner.
Pre-dinner.
And who do I have here to my right / your left? Who are you?
I've already introduced myself.
Oh, I missed it. I was cleaning my teeth.
Yeah, you're just cleaning your teeth, man. Welcome in, everybody. Like I said, my name is Ben, Rocky Top Picker. Joining me is my two favorite co-hosts, Beard King Picker, Jughead for this episode, incident number 7. And if you've followed us and been here before and you've not hit the sub, we please ask to help us out because we're a bunch of poor redneck boys. Subscribe. Yeah, we'd appreciate it. Gentlemen, nice. We're getting it in. We're getting it in today. A lot of things have been going on in the community as well as between the two of you and our little ring circus we got going on. So,
yeah.
Archie.
Fun times.
Yeah. You got to tell us, dude. You went to the BOSS event. Give us a little highlight of that real quick.
It was a lot of fun. So last week, we all got together for 4 days of nothing.
Wait a minute. It was what?
It was a lot of fun, except for the ending.
That ain't how you said it. Say it again how you said it.
Fun.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I got to sound like you, man.
That's right. Go ahead.
I'm trying to sound like I'm from the sticks of Tennessee.
That's it, bro.
No, but you know, it had all the most of the usual suspects there. You know, Kevin was there, Carrie, Sonny, Mikey, a host of others. But I know most of the people out there, they know who Katie and Vicky are, but they put on a fantastic 3 days of seminar. And they say that this was absolutely the best one of the 3 because this is the 3rd year they've been doing it. But it was amazing. I mean, they had some incredible speakers. And I got to tell you, it was absolutely motivating. I mean, not only was the resale rally that I went to almost a month ago just a nice little reset, but then to come here and just listen to how some people got to where they are, not only in their reselling business, but also social media wise and just other platforms. I mean, I got to tell you that my 2024 is definitely going to look different because I'm going to take a lot of the things that I just learned from there and that was motivating and just kind of turn that into my focus for 2024.
You mean as far as reselling goes or social media? I mean, you're going to do 2 videos next year? Or?
I might do 1.5. We'll see.
And then 1 short.
He's going to deploy all the things that he learned. Learned. Yeah.
That's in that redneck dictionary.
Let me tell you, I really wanted to come out there to go to that event, but the timing of it wasn't good. But man, one thing that's kind of freaky deek to me, man, and just watching other channels in the community, a lot of you ended up getting sick after that thing. And it's not happened only this time, but times before. What's up with that?
Yeah, so that's probably where it started. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people got sick. I know the first person that I saw that was starting to get sick on that last day was the storage pirate. If you guys don't know who he is, man, I met that guy for the first time. And he is amazing. I mean, he just gets some incredible storage units and he vlogs it. But he started to get sick there towards the end. And then I noticed on his whatnot that he did on Saturday, I mean, he was pretty much full-blown sick. And I was just started. I don't know if he was a super spreader, but he very well could be. But I know Joe and Nicole, I'd flip that. Joe got sick the last night, but he got sick, I think, more stomach issues. So, it was like, one of those like you go to Mexico kind of things, and you just stomach. Sorry, Joe, I'm blasting you. No pun intended, but I'm kind of blasting you here.
I got
But
sick
yeah,
just from the live stream. I got sick. It was so bad.
Yeah. So then you got sick too.
Yeah.
And you weren't even there.
No, got it from the Trash to Cast live stream, but still recovering.
Yeah. So a lot of you don't know that we usually record on Tuesday night, and Alex and I were just kind of on our deathbeds, and we didn't even know if we were going to record tonight. So we're actually recording Wednesday night.
Well, we got to be truthful. I mean, Archie, you had explosive diarrhea.
That I did not have.
Well, I asked you if you had that, and you said, yeah, I figured you was blowing O-rings left and right. And then with Alex down here, when he texted us, when he said he was sick, man, he's trying to figure out how to puke without getting in his beard. Dude, how long does it take you to clean the chunks out of that thing?
Is that what took you forever today?
No, I did not get sick, but we started off the last podcast like this on this terrible subject, and here we go again. I did not blow chunks of my beard. Anyways, moving on.
Okay.
So we do have a question though.
If I did, I would have to take a shower. Yes.
So Ben, ask him the question.
Oh no, dude. I implied that he blew chunks in his beard. You got to ask the next question.
So we were wondering, how many pieces of hair do you eat a day, do you think? How many do you think you swallow?
Did I swallow?
Yeah,
None.
because
I don't swallow them. I can't eat a sandwich because the sandwich pushes it in here in my mouth because I don't cut my mustache at all. So you gotta like
hold
it
we were wondering because of the hair that grows, it goes inside the lip when you're eating, obviously, right?
Yeah.
You have to get stragglers.
Yeah, I get hairs in my mouth every once in a while.
Well, listen, he's young, dude. He's not getting to that point where he's losing hair yet. I take a shower. I take a shower and wash.
Not on my face.
I mean, I take a shower. When I take a shower and I got one of those hair catch drains, washing this, there's just a pile of hair in the bottom of the drain all the time. Yeah.
Well, you see your bald spot.
Yeah. Shoot. Do I have one?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Well, Alex, I would assume, Alex, that you probably have enough hair that you could eat one a day, and it'll even last until your kids have kids. That's how many hairs.
Yeah, I got a lot of hair. I could always transplant my back hair onto my face if I lose too much hair.
Yeah, but all seriousness, man, I'm jealous of the beard. I always have been. I wished I could have one like it, but I just can't grow one like that. But nonetheless. But anyway, I'm glad that you guys are back on the mend, and we're back here in the locker room. And boy, y'all have had some good luck with eBay here recently. How about you tell us about your respective issues y'all have been going on?
Well,
I'm lucky I don't have any this time.
I woke up to a return on that big Bible that I sold for like $30 or something like that.
Yeah.
They asked for a return, but I got the message and said I could decline the return, which I usually do not have that option. So that threw me off a little bit. That was saying you do not have the note said you do not have to accept this return. And then the buyer said that I'm sorry, I'm having a blank moment here. I'm under the weather still here. What did he say?
Brain fart.
I got to look at the note. Yeah, I'm having totally brain fart what he said.
The buyer needed money, bought it by mistake.
Yeah, okay, that's it. Thank you. He said he bought it by mistake, but then in the note, he said, there's an emergency and I need the money. So obviously you didn't buy it by mistake. You need your money back. I mean, I had to sign for it to accept the package and everything. So it definitely was not bought by mistake. And I don't know if eBay saw that and flagged it. That's why I didn't have to do the return. But I talked to Archie earlier, and he actually looked at the listing, and I did say no returns on that item. Yeah. So I just went ahead and I did not accept the return because I'm afraid I'm not going to get the Bible back, or if I do get it back, because it was in mint condition, it's not going to be in the same condition again.
And that's the problem. When you don't have returns turned on, you lose that protection. that if you do get something different, you can give that 50% reduction. So,
Yeah, let's
I mean,
hope that doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, you could at least you could respond to him that he could save his 10% tithe. He can save money that way this week, and then maybe he could just pray over the Bible, and God will help him find a way
Through
to
his
recoup
emergency.
that money
Hey,
somehow.
I need the money too.
Exactly.
So, I haven't heard anything back from him. So,
Sir, who does God love more, you or me? Because right now I have the money.
Yeah. Well, Archie, what did you wake up to, man?
Well, and see, that's a good segue into what happened with you, because the one unfortunate thing, and I know we talked about this earlier, but you do unfortunately still have to hope that he doesn't go after his credit card company or his payment processor and try to do a chargeback, because then that's a whole new ball game. And there is nothing worse than when you feel like crap and you wake up to a chargeback. So I actually have somebody trying to charge back a Lemax Spooky Town $110 little village that he bought. And the issue is he bought it back in August 25th. So it's well past the 30-day return date.
Oh, yeah.
So he messages me without putting in a return or anything. And he's just like, hey, I received this. And he's like sending me pictures of stuff that's wrong with it. And at first I send him back and I'm like, hey, sorry to hear that, but you just need to put in a return through eBay. Well, like we all do, we do a little investigation. So I opened up the actual order number and I see that, well, first off, it was shipped 2 months ago and it's well past the return window. But then I see that it was actually shipped to a company called Let's Ship It or Now Ship It in New Hampshire. And his actual location is in Italy. So I sent it to New Hampshire. I don't know where it went from there. So obviously, whatever happened between New Hampshire and getting it to him in Italy, because that explains exactly why it took so long for him to even get it. Because when he messaged me last night, he said, I just received this. So obviously it went through that whole international shipping. But I would assume that if there was something wrong with it between me and getting it to wherever his this New Hampshire place, I would assume that they open it up, they look at it, they inspect it. Maybe they don't, because they're shipping all that out en masse to save themselves money also. So again, I would hope that they looked at it. So I can't assume that anything happened between me and them. It had to have happened between them and Italy. But regardless, I denied the claim. I denied the return claim, and he immediately went in, and that's when he opened up a chargeback. So now I'm dealing with that. Of course, right when you get a chargeback, you're seeing red, and you're in your mind, you're going through everything about, no, there's no way he's going to win this, blah, 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 blah. But the unfortunate reality is you have to answer it, because he put it in as item, basically not the same as listed. I'm going to probably lose the case. But I did get a little hope, because I called eBay and I actually got a US rep, believe it or not. Golf clap.
That is amazing.
I got a US. So William, I love you, man, because he actually did give me a little hope. So what he said was, well, first off, I explained to him what happened, how he messaged me. I told him to put in the return. Then I realized it was after the window, blah, 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 everything I already explained. And then I said, but here's the thing. He put in that chargeback request. What, in your estimation and your experience of dealing with this, do you think for me to actually possibly win this case? And he said, honestly, for that reason, probably none at all. And I did kind of, I did already know that that's probably going to be the case. I'm probably going to lose regardless. But one thing that he did say was, he said that a lot of these payment processing companies now are starting to get a little stricter, and they're starting to notice that people are trying to use this as a way to get an item for free and fraudulently doing it. Now, I'm not saying that this buyer is doing anything fraudulently, because they possibly did get it broken or whatever. But again, it shouldn't be my issue, because again, I sent it where it was supposed to go, and there was enough time for it to be inspected in that 30-day window.
Yeah.
And it's not my fault that the buyer decided to go his route to save whatever money he was going to save. The owner shouldn't be on me now, and I shouldn't be the one losing the money. But anyway, what he said to me was, he said, well, first off, let's even see where or who's doing this chargeback, because if it's PayPal, we might have some recourse. So he went, he put me on hold for about 4 or 5 minutes, came back, and he said, great news. So this is done through PayPal. PayPal is actually starting to vet a little better, and they're actually making people send the item back. And I was like, you know what? Because that's even better, because in hindsight, if I would have known that this was going to happen, I would have just gone ahead and accepted the return anyway, because what would have happened is there's no way that he was going to be able to get that return back to New Hampshire in time to have it sent back to me within the 30-day window of getting a return back.
Yeah.
So, and even if he did, I'm only responsible from New Hampshire to me. He has to pay from wherever he's from to get it back to New Hampshire. And again, if it already took 2 months, it's not going to get. But here's the problem. What would have happened is I would have closed that out, and he would have still opened a chargeback, because I don't know if you guys know this, but they have up to 120 days to open a chargeback.
Yeah, that sucks.
So it absolutely sucks. I mean, what sucks is anybody can go out there and spend $2 or $3 grand on something and just say, you know what? I want this free, and I'm just going to do a chargeback.
Okay.
But
thankfully,
makes me
nervous listing high-end stuff.
But what he was saying was, it sounds like more and more like credit card institutions are starting to put their foot down and make sure that this stops.
Okay. Well, here's my question. If a buyer has up to 120 days to institute a chargeback, then what's the point in having no returns after 30 days then? What's the point?
Well, so my situation is unique, because again, it's coming from somebody from another country. It will never get back to me. But like for Alex's case, since that was a US buyer, I personally would have accepted it so that I could at least get it back. But here's the issue you have, though, is you had no returns anyway, so you wouldn't have been protected. But this is why I always say always have returns on regardless, because an INAD you always have to accept anyway. And on your situation, though, he didn't put INAD. It was a remorse. But see, I still would have taken it back, because you still have recourse, because once you get it back, if you get a brick back, you can still do the 50% reduction, or you can still go whatever route to appeal it with eBay or whatever. And it may all go in your favor and you'd be okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But for me, though, I think it's so unique that, again, I don't think I would have won either way, because like I say, if I even if I would have taken the return, it sounds like this buyer has either done it before or he knows the game. So he would have just let it time out anyway, knowing that he still probably had another 30 days to do a chargeback. Because that's the other thing I don't agree with, is eBay allows them to do now. You can't do 2 return requests, but you can do a return request that gets denied, and then you can do a chargeback. Now, here's the thing, though, is if you go ahead and accept the return and they ship it back and you only give them half their money back, they cannot open a chargeback now on you. They can't do that. But if you deny the original return request, then unfortunately they can go the payment dispute route.
Let's pray that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah.
Grab some Bibles.
I'm gonna grab another one. I got backup.
Crazy.
So yeah, I'll probably do a video about the whole situation. I mean, it's probably going to play out. He did say that that PayPal is really good about getting an answer quicker than most. So he said generally about 2 weeks. I'm still going to put together everything that I can. I'm going to explain that this is where it went. This place is known to be a place that reships it to another country. That's what happened. Hopefully PayPal is going to vet a little better, and they'll see that, okay, yeah, we see that this address is a shipping place. And we also see that this buyer, since we have his address, is in Italy. And okay, then we're going to go ahead and deny the claim. And they may do that too. So if anybody, PayPal, I don't know if you guys do this, but PayPal and eBay were merged together at one time. Mm-hmm. So I would assume that they kind of know each other's policies. So to be determined, we'll see. But the likelihood is I haven't seen many cases like this actually be closed in the seller's favor.
Yeah.
But let's hope that some changes are coming down the pipeline. We'll see.
Well, I've not had any excitement with eBay. Finally, I always have an issue every week. It seems like don't have any right now, knock on wood. But I did go to the doctor and I did do blood work. My blood work came back good. What didn't come back good is this. The last time I went to the doctor, I weighed 193 pounds. Archie, you're not to say it because you know. Alex, do you want to take a guess how much I weigh now?
200.
202.
See, I guess the other way.
How tall are you?
5'11". You know what my doctor wants me my target weight to be? 173. 173.
So let me ask you this. So because he thinks you're overweight, is that why you said that he wants you to poop in a box?
In a cup. It's in a cup. You didn't eat the Jack in the Box tacos before you did that, did you?
You know, I wasn't going to make that known, but you know, when you do get the age of 50, you have a couple of choices here, gentlemen. Okay. One, you could get a exploratory clean out, which is a what do you call it?
I don't know. I'll YouTube it.
Exploratory clean out. Who's going? Who's exploring? Who's going in there?
No, what is the procedure called? I just slipped my mind. Those of you down, go leave it in the comments. What that you got to drink?
Reading that in the comments. They just left after that.
You got a
colonoscopy?
Yes, colonoscopy.
Okay.
When you turn 50, that's kind of a little rite of passage. That's a rite of passage that you got to drink that fluid for like 2 days, camp out in your bathroom next to the toilet, and crap until all you've got is your intestines coming out, and then you get to go. You get to go to the emergency surgery room where they take a probe and throw about a gallon of Vaseline on it and ram it up your hindquarter with a camera.
So we already know that process. I mean, at least we've been told. As a matter of fact,
I'm trying to educate them people that may not know what it is, because there's probably a lot of people.
They gave you a gallon and just didn't give you the,
Okay, so
but wait, so you're telling me now they're making you squirt in a box?
No, I'm gonna get there. He gave me two choices. Go through what I just walked you through, okay, which is an ordeal. Now, the only fun part that I can observe, gentlemen, from getting a colonoscopy is when you're in recovery, they will not release you until you fervently fart as much as you can.
Not a shark.
So,
not a wet fart.
There's nothing in there to shark, dude. You have nothing in your system, but hey, they blow air up into your intestines to insert the probe. So you're just full of it. So you've got to get up on your hands and knees with your butt up in the air, and you got to continually fart until the nurse is satisfied that you've expelled enough air to let you leave. Now that is the only fun thing that I can see by doing this procedure. But you know,
I can imagine though the nurse. Oh, Mr. Rocky Top, you just started, so the process has to start over.
We gotta redo it.
When he start over,
when the
time
doctor
starts over now.
When the doctor presented me and told me this story and breakdown of what happens, when he gave me this breakdown of what happens and what I would have to do before and after the procedure, my first thought would be, man, I could go live on my Rocky Top Picker channel, laying in recovery, blowing farts, you know, and getting some good old human laughs, you know what I'm saying? And then the second option was to crap in a box and bring it back to the doctor's office. So I chose to go crap in a box. Yeah.
I am so glad I ate my ice cream sandwich before this conversation.
Yeah, and I'm sure all of our viewers wanted to know all that information, but y'all went there for me.
Hey, you know what though? So I got to tell you, when I was at Boss, so I shared a table. I already mentioned Joe and Nicole from I'd Flip That, but the rest of the table, we had Kevin's Graces one day, and then he forgot about us the rest of it. But we also had the Let's Do Lunch podcast ladies, so Angie and Kristen, and then there was a few other girls. And I've got to tell you that you want to talk about a female locker room. Some of the stuff they were talking about, I was red in the face. So yes, in this locker room right now, we may be making potty jokes, but I can't even repeat some of the stuff that they were saying.
You're kidding.
No.
Really? I don't feel bad now.
So yeah. So when they say that women in the women's locker room, they put men to shame with the things they talk about, I believe it now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
I mean,
dude.
use your imagination with what they were talking about.
Well,
I wouldn't even bring that up with you guys.
Archie, you were in the restaurant business like I was.
Yeah.
Tell me if this
Why
is
did
not
they go to
true.
the bathroom together?
Tell me if this is not true. Well, they do that too, but the women's bathroom, when I owned a restaurant and you had yours, it was always the nastiest over the men's.
Oh,
really?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
The women's was dirtier, dude.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you
the Hershey squirts would be higher up on the toilet bowl, and it was
not only that, sanitary napkins in the toilet, laying on the floor, just, you know.
Yeah, but to be fair, I'll give them that because we don't have to deal with that in the men's room. But
yeah.
But there is a little place that you could put those. We call them jelly rolls, but there was a place to put those. And
dude,
2023, you might have to deal with it in the bathroom now.
Putting them in the toilet and flushing it and clogging the toilet, that's not the place to put them.
Son, we have gone off the rails on this show. I'm telling you. My apologies. If you're new to the locker room, this is not our normal topic of conversation, gentlemen and ladies. So please look over all this. We may have to edit this out.
No, anyway. But when your days of running a restaurant are over, you can at least go to reselling because there is light at the end of the tunnel. So there we go.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how to keep the light going on your business when you become deathly sick.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do to keep continuity when you become sick, or you have a family emergency happen in your life, or you go on vacation? Yeah, you can put it in away mode and still accept sales.
A digital death pile. You'll be perfectly fine if you have that backup plan in place.
Gentlemen, you've heard me preach about this. In your instance where you get sick and don't feel like crawling out of bed, that is where the draft bank come and scheduling your drops comes into play, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't schedule any of my drops. I was just running and dropping as soon as I could.
What about your listings?
Oh,
Schedule your listings. I'm sorry, I should have prefaced that.
Okay.
Schedule your listings.
Okay, I will agree to a point that yes, a digital death pile is needed at times. I just don't think it needs to be an overabundance amount of listings in
like
your digital
500
death
of them.
pile. But
Agreed.
you're absolutely right. I mean, it sucks. You go on vacation, because how many times do people go on vacation and then they come back and either like you've said before, Alex, sometimes you need a vacation from a vacation. You need just a couple days away or a couple days off to where you're resting. You just don't want to do anything, or you come back and you're sick and you just physically can't do it.
Well, since
I
you were
agree.
sick and I was sick, did you get any listings done? I still managed
zero.
2. I did 2 when I was really sick, and then I got 11.
Way to go,
today,
Alex. Fist bump
Yeah.
on that one, buddy.
You're a better man than me. You're a better
I just
reseller
wanted to
than
keep
me.
eBay happy and at least do 1, so I got 2 done a day.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's a thought, Archie. I think our first show we even talked about this, but here's something that didn't occur to me until just now. Do either one of you have items in your store that are 6 months older or less, or 6 months older or older? 6 months or older.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a digital death pile.
It is.
Well, hey, I just
You're
sold one.
absolutely right.
What's the
But
difference?
yes, it's still available for sale, and it's not just sitting to where nobody can see it. Because here's the thing: the difference is, if nobody can see it to buy it, it's still sitting around the same area that it's sitting anyway. But it's at least visible. What I do agree with, though, is after 6 months or even longer, get rid of it, donate it, put it in a garage sale, do something. I do agree with that. But I don't have a lot of things that are that old. But
well, I maybe I'm the only one that does this. If you do what I do, those of you watching, go down in the comments, and I'd like to hear about it. I take 1 or 2 days a week, and I commit anywhere from 8 to 10 hours solid. Harley's barking at somebody.
She's barking at you.
8 to 10 hours solid draft banking items. That includes uploading pictures to your listing and all that. At any given time, I have at least 2 weeks, which is 7 days a week, which is 14 days. I have that many in my draft bank that I can buy myself 2 weeks where I don't have to list nothing if I don't want to, because I'll just schedule those out to drop. I do that every day. Every day I've got scheduled items dropping starting early in the morning all throughout the day. And that's just how I do it, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. I really do. That's your business model.
Yeah.
But I think the average person is somewhere probably between you and me. And I just think that they're doing themselves a disservice by keeping it as a draft bank. And then, I mean, if it's launching within a day or two, perfect.
Which they are. It's constantly rolling out every day.
Yeah, again, yours are. I've always told you that I respect your model because you're actually putting something out every hour on the hour, even 2 o'clock in the morning. But that's the way you choose to do it. But there are so many people out there that are still listing, or at least putting draft banks every day. So they're not trying to have that quality of life like you are. And I just don't think they're helping themselves when they're still doing the work every day. You might as well start making the money now. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
It is a good idea if you're part-time, though, and you have the weekend to put in those hours and build up that draft bank, and then you have a normal job Monday through Friday, you could have those dropping throughout the week.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea for someone that's part-time reseller to take the time and make the draft bank so you can at least drop 1 to 3 to 5 a day until next weekend and then list more.
One of the big reasons I do it the way I described is I'm trying to avoid getting burned out.
Mm.
How easy is it for you to get burnt out when you know, oh, I've got to go list? How easy is it to get burnt out on doing that? So what I do is I just bite the bullet, dedicate a block of hours, knock it all out, get it done for the week, and then just schedule drop, and then I don't have to give any time to it anymore for that week.
So what do you do? What do you do? Just let's say Monday, Tuesday, you do nothing but 10 hours a day and just.
It varies depending on, you know, whatever else I've got going on, you know. It varies from week to week. It ain't the same day every week, no. And a lot of times I'll do 3 or 4 hours here, take a break for a couple hours, come back and do another couple hours. So it ain't necessarily 10 hours straight every week, you know what I mean? It's just, but I sold it down to 1 or 2 days to where I do all the listing then.
You know what? So that argument, that sole argument you just said about burnout probably is more convincing to doing that than any others. You know, so if you guys don't mind, I want to actually bring up BOSS again. So one of the things somebody brought up was burnout, and somebody asked the panel, like, you know, what do you do for burnout? And something that nobody said but crossed my mind was community. Community for me is the best way to not have burnout. And I mean, I've got to tell you that for me, when I really start feeling burnt out and not motivated or whatever, like I text people in this community that can relate. Like, Ben, I've texted you. Alex, I've texted you. You guys don't know it. I've texted Sonny. I've texted Carrie, Kevin. And just the simple responses that I get back are motivating to me. It's kind of like my way, I think, of just reaching out to somebody in the community and just wanting to hear back. And I got to tell you, like, I literally will then take that and I'll just come in and start listing. Believe it or not, community is a huge part. Even just throwing on a video and watching it real quick. Is that good? Is that your way of
pen?
I think it's his way of saying, all right, we're done with this subject.
A good Sharpie will open up the nasal passages. Yeah. Allergy season's kicking in for me, man.
I will agree with that. You know, when I take my lunch, I watch a YouTube video and it keeps me motivated to finish the rest of the day strong and keep listing.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what do you get?
Any pens.
You don't hear anybody getting burnt out on sourcing. You never hear that.
Never.
You don't ever hear about people getting burnt out on shipping because that's freaking money you're making when you're packing that stuff up. And what's the biggest thing you're getting burnt out on? Listing is the number one in my book that you get burnt out.
Why do you think? But why do you think that is?
Because it's tedious. You got to put a lot of time in it. You're researching the items, you're doing the comps, you're doing the descriptions. And even with AI, you can't trust it fully, guys. You got to go through there and read what it comes up with. You got to go in and make your edits. Then you got to do your photos. Then you can add video, which I added video to one listing this week, which I'm going to start doing a lot more of to show that it actually works. You know, if it's an electronic item. I mean, that's just more.
Well, Chris, old school picker Chris actually said that listing is like the thing that he loves to do the most. He's definitely one of a kind because there's not a lot of people. I mean, the thrill of the find is, I think we all agree, the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
And if you like, I can't even tell you how many times, like after I go out garage selling, I tell myself I need to go home right now and I need to get this stuff listed because I know me, it's not going to get listed for a while. And guess what? I get home. I want to eat a snack. I want to take a nap. I go down the YouTube rabbit trail. And then, 3 weeks later, it's still not.
You get on the phone, you get into other people's lives. And then before you know it, it's freaking midnight.
You know what? Don't call Alex out like that.
Hey boys, you know what's real? This whole YouTube deal, we're all three doing it heavy.
I I just picked this a year ago, and it just got listed today.
Dude.
So apparently I grabbed the wrong jug though, because this has no sold comps, and the Mountain Dew one sells for $35.
Yeah, I watched his video, Archie. If you haven't seen his,
I didn't even look that thing up.
His pick video. You need to go back and watch it. He just dropped it the other day. Was it yesterday, Alex? You dropped that video.
Yeah.
Go over to the Beard King Picker channel here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Catch Alex's picking videos. I sat down and watched one the other morning, and it was the first sale he went to. First table he walked up, he picked up this big 32-ounce plastic Mountain Dew drinking mug with a big, thick plastic handle.
Had it for myself, though.
So he picked it up, looked at it, set it down, picked up something else, and walked off. And I was like, dude, yeah, he picked up that Wilson thing there. I'm like, dude, you screwed the pooch on that, buddy, because there's a sold comp for $38 on that mug, and you left it.
I did get the vest, though. It sells for like $45, but I haven't found that yet to list it.
You could have got that mug for $1, dude, and you'd have made $37.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. Hindsight in this business is the worst thing. There are so many YouTubers that people tell them, you missed this, you missed that.
I'm not posting anymore.
It'll drive you crazy. Dude, it's like, you guys play poker, right? You play Texas Hold'em? Same thing. Hindsight will kill you in poker. If you sit there and stew on 2 hands ago what you should and shouldn't have done, other than learning from it, it's going to drive you crazy. Yeah. But you should have picked it up, man. What's wrong with you?
Wait, Ben, are you doing yard sale videos? Do you have some on your channel?
Yeah, I do.
All right, I'm going to go back and leave all these comments on everything you forgot to grab, even if it's not worth anything, just to screw with you.
Listen,
we should do that. We should do that with anybody anyway.
Yeah.
Like if they pick up like a $3 item, dude, you just dropped a $300 item.
Thank you for reminding me, Alex. I need to go back to your video and drop a comment about how you screwed the pooch on that Mountain Dew mug.
I was a little
because I didn't do that to you on your video. I just sent you a DM saying, dude, you really should have picked that Mountain Dew mug up.
I messed up there, but I did get the encyclopedia set.
Yeah, now that was a banger, dude.
And I sold it for $125, all of them. So
that was a banger. Yeah. I'm not saying you did bad. I'm just saying you missed one, which we all do.
Misses things.
Yeah, we all miss stuff. I mean, seriously, if we're being fair. That tea jug. Ladies and gentlemen, you can order the Beard King Picker tea jug for $10.99 plus shipping, and he'll even sign it for you.
Only if you subscribe, though.
Only if you subscribe. Hey, we're going to put one of them in our giveaway. Remember our giveaway, gentlemen, for every 100 subscribers, 100, your name will be entered into a drawing for a $25 eBay gift card.
You'll get my jug and Ben's cup.
Yes.
And a 25-gallon of sweet tea.
Yes. And some locker room stickers.
And a snippet of Rocky Top Picker's hair.
Yes.
I'll give you a
lock of my hair.
Mustache one that comes into my mouth.
And you'll get a stray hair out of Alex's beard.
And one unswallowed one unswallowed piece of hair from your beard.
And then from Archie, you will get a little pill bottle that'll have a tonsil stone in it. Yes, folks, it can be yours if you hit that sub button.
I think they should get a whatnot sticker with his eyebrows on it, because before the show started, he was waxing his eyebrows with whatnot stickers.
Waxing his eyebrows. That's right.
I have so many of them.
My gosh, why aren't they yellow? I thought the W was yellow on whatnot.
I don't know. Then you know what? Then I have a one of however many.
That looks like a wavy turtle.
I have misprints. This is what you're going to be dropping in a box.
Yeah, in a box. Yeah. Oh, boys, I'm telling you. I could. You know what's going to be bad? Let me tell you what's going to be. I haven't done it yet. But what's going to be bad is I've not figured out, number one, how am I going to dig a piece of that out of the toilet? And then I got to put it in a box, and then I got to carry it into the doctor's office. How embarrassing! How am I going to do that?
Low, sweet
I mean, I thought what I'm going to have to do
chariot,
is I'm going to have to go to the
coming for-
I'm going to have to go to the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to have to buy me a pair of these little cheap tongs. So when I
Good thing there's a dollar.
evacuated,
No,
Dollar
you got to get
General
a
on every
thing like
corner,
you.
can get one.
You got to get
No.
one of the things that you put into the grease to get like the bloomin' onion and stuff.
no, I thought when you evacuated into the toilet, I'll have to use a pair of tongs to just kind of like twinge a piece of it off and then throw it in the box.
You got a shop back. You could just reverse.
All
suck
right,
it up,
so what
dig
what
out
about
of it.
the fines? The fines of the week.
Thank you. I've got one.
You're welcome, viewers, if you've made it this far.
This is a vintage Hotel California Eagles tour shirt.
Nice.
Got it for $1.99 at Goodwill. Got it listed for 40 something. I can't remember exact, 40 some dollars. But it's a tour shirt, Hotel California.
Is it single stitch?
Uh,
That's the question.
no, it is not single stitch. But sold
Well,
comps
no
have
one's
got
gonna
it
buy
from
it then.
30. Sold comps are from 30 to 35 to 40 some dollars.
Well, you
Well,
do
that's-
realize this that double stitch now can still be vintage
Yeah.
It can.
because
Yes.
and we're not even too far from screen printed tags being vintage soon.
Wow.
So
Sure.
it's really going to get confusing.
Yeah.
Alex, what you got?
Yes.
What you got?
I stopped by the bins for an hour after I picked up my daughter from school, and I picked up this book right here. But I picked it up 7 times, and I sold something. Cha-ching. It's not worth a lot, but I've already sold it before. Was that for my sale that I just got? Did you hear
Yes.
that?
Yes.
But this will sell, from $12 to $10. So it's kind of like your wrestling thing, Ben. But I got 7 of them. So
You got
anytime
7
you're
of 'em.
reselling, or especially in books, when you can find the same book over and over,
Multiple
it's good.
quantity.
It's a good.
Yeah,
game.
but he doesn't pay for each copy.
Very
Well,
true.
I do. I have to buy printer ink.
Oh,
That's like $50.
Yeah, but I got 7
Yeah,
of them.
but-
at the bins.
yeah, but you
So
can get like 2,500 copies.
Not
Yeah.
very exciting, but it's my only find because it's the only time I've been sourcing. in the
Okay,
last 2
Alex.
weeks.
What
Dude,
did
I-
you just sell? What did you just sell?
Yeah,
Pull
what'd
your
you sell?
phone up. What'd you sell?
That's the second one.
And by the way,
Hitler Rise to Power, 1944, and then I sold another Into Darkness.
Hey.
I'm not even laughing.
because
Those are those-
I bought out a Hitler collection of books.
Those,
at an
yeah, those
estate
were
sale.
in your those were in your picker video that I saw.
Yeah, they're from that estate sale I was at.
Yeah,
So I sold
exactly.
2 of those. Actually, I think both those came out of there. Yeah, I sold
Dude.
2
Cool.
of those books today. Speaking
I've
of
got
what,
I've got a neighbor. She lives directly across the street from me, and
She's
where I
awesome.
live, a lot of these houses are rental houses. On the street that I'm on, I'm basically the only property owner, and I've lived here for 23 years. And all these other people are new in and out of renters. You know how they come and go. Anyway,
Mhm.
she's been living over here about 3 years. She's from Germany.
Mm.
I was out in my yard Saturday before my ball game, UT Vols, started. They lost. Sucks. Moving on. I was out in the yard blowing my leaves to the street because we have a street vac. The city that I live in, they have a leaf pickup truck that comes and has this big hose and sucks all the leaves up if you pile them up. So I was out here at the end of my driveway piling up all my leaves and stuff. She come barreling out of her house, and she's like 65 years old, retired. Lays into me, telling me where I need to put my leaves.
where
and
do you put
then-
'em, Ben?
Well, she goes, "You're gonna pile all these up, and they're gonna blow over into my yard." And I'm looking over there, and I'm like, "Well, your driveway's already covered in leaves. What difference does it make?" So I just started my blower back up, revved it up when she was still talking, and kept blowing them. And then I had to cut it off for a second. And she goes, you just need to go back in the house. Well, let me tell you something. Do you have any idea what I wanted to do to that woman? I ain't kidding. I was fixing to make me a hand-painted sign and stick it in my front yard, telling her where to go. If you know what I'm saying. She's not American. But
in a box.
Yeah. I'm going to ship you off in a box.
And ship it off to the doctor.
But anyway, I don't know why I shared that, but that just ran all over me. My neighbor, she rents and she's worried about her yard. She don't even own the yard and telling me what to do.
See, I thought out there in the sticks, like here, if I go out my front door, I can spit on my neighbor's house. That's how close we are. I thought out there, like you could shoot a cannon and still not even hit your neighbor's house.
Oh, dude, come on. I don't live in the sticks. I don't live in the sticks.
Mm. Well, then I guess somebody else is more redneck than you.
Probably so. We'll probably be having a few on the show. Speaking of that, did you have any finds this week, Archie?
So the find that I had was actually out of my death pile. So I don't know if a lot of people know, but I do buy storage units, and this had to be a storage unit that I got like 2 years ago. But I found a whole box of like 16 of these things, and it's an aftershave like cologne.
Now,
but
expired.
it's for barbers. No, it doesn't expire. But check this out. No, it doesn't expire. But check this out. I listed these. I lotted 2 up together. So I had seven or eight of these lots of 2. And for $19.99 each. And dude, they all sold within like 4 days. So something that was just out in my garage, and I'm making almost $150
sitting on that money for 2 years.
But here's the thing though, is that storage unit, I only paid like $50 or $60 for it, and I had already 4x my money off. They had GameCube stuff in there, so I'd already so the stuff I didn't really know about, I kind of just put in the back of the garage, and now I'm starting to go through stuff. And I'm starting to find stuff like there's a lot of like razors, and they have like other barber stuff that's still brand new. So I'm assuming the guy is an ex-barber. Mm-hmm. But I even have like one of his. It's like a microwave, but it's a sanitizing like microwave, and I think brand new those things are like $1,000.
You know,
but I don't even know if it works.
Speaking of toiletries, I was watching a YouTube video. Can't remember the reseller's name. No, I'm sorry. It was a clip on TikTok of a reseller. You know how you do videos on TikTok. Dude, he hits estate sales and he buys old, still in the package, toothbrushes. And he is making a killing off of old, individually boxed toothbrushes, that they don't manufacture anymore, dead stock, that kind of stuff. Dude, he's getting $20 and $30 for a single toothbrush.
Why?
I ain't kidding. When you go to an estate sale, the first place you should go into an estate sale house is the bathroom. You're to get all the old perfumes and colognes. Man, I've made a killing off of old perfume. Yeah. Get old toothbrushes, but they got to be new in the box. They can't be opened and used. I got to preface that because somebody's going to go say Rocky Top said to go buy a bunch of used.
Sell the ones I scrub the toilet with?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. But brand new.
Can you rebox it?
Yeah, stock, old stock toothbrushes. This dude's making a killing off of these things.
Wow.
But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. But here's one thing I do want to say. Archie, I want to say this to you, and I want it to be on record because once we upload this video, it's there forever, and everybody's going to listen.
You do know, though, that I know how to edit.
Oh, come on, dude. You can't do this. Listen,
I won't.
I just want you to try this. Just do this for me, this one thing. Just this one thing, one time. Okay. And you can start next week. I want you to set aside one solid day whenever you decide to roll out of bed at 10 or 11 a.m.
12.
Your time.
I want you to set and list and roll them into a draft bank. Now, when you get done with that, I want you to take 10 of them and schedule those 10 out to drop the next day. And then when the next day gets here, I want you to go into your draft bank and schedule another 10 and space them a few hours apart. Do that process for me one time.
Can we do baby steps? Can we do 5?
You can drop 5 a day.
Say, can we do 2?
Let's make a deal, please.
5 a day, 7 days a week. I need you to do 35 in your draft bank, and then I want you to schedule 5 out per day.
And we'll see if I change my mind.
I just want to see how it affects your business.
Yeah.
I want to see it. If you do that,
yeah.
Alex,
I think,
too, man.
A lot of people don't know though that you and I have actually had these talks where I have confided in you my lack of motivation and my lack, which causes my lack of listening. I'm sure we all deal with it. I mean, you can go see an old video of mine and just some of the things that I did to get re-motivated.
Yeah.
But yeah,
just try it. Just try it starting next week.
Will.
Just do 35 all at one time, get them all listed 35, and then start scheduling 5 out a day for the next 7 days.
Yeah. What I don't want to do though is I just don't want to be picking 35 items that are just easy to list. And that will just sit there though.
No.
So I am particular when it comes to stuff like that because I've got tons of stuff in my death pile that I'll probably never list. I'd rather just get rid of them either donate them or the next garage sale I have.
Go to your pile and find your more higher dollar items and focus on those first.
That'll take me like 13 hours. So
you got to dig through everything. All right, Ben, I want you to film 10 reels for 5 days in a row and then drop 2 to 3 a day. Because I have a draft bank too, but it's in reels.
Here's the deal.
See, I believe in a digital death pile for reels and videos.
You have no events to go to this coming weekend. So this Saturday,
for the rest of the year.
For Saturday, get into your garage or get into your other bedrooms and start compiling 35 items. And then when Tuesday hits, get up Tuesday and list all 35 of them. And then on Wednesday,
my mom's coming in town though in a couple weeks. So
that has nothing to do with next week. So Wednesday, you have 5 going out scheduled, and you're going to go from Wednesday to Wednesday, 7 days, dropping 5 a day scheduled. Now, everybody, you heard it here in the locker room.
Did he agree though?
No, I need it. No, of course I do. No, I mean,
I'm just going to do 10 a day.
You're going to see result. Both of you, you'll see results.
You guys impress me. I'm impressed with what you guys do. You guys are consistent.
Well, I'm impressed with you on certain things.
I'm impressed with you on certain things. What are the certain?
Thanks.
Yeah. Love you, dog. All right, man. How about the sale of the week? We got to move on to the program. The sale of the week. Did anybody got anything good we sold?
You start first.
I hadn't even looked mine up yet. So, Alex, what's your sale of the week, my friend?
Oh, goodness. Thus far, I sold a Coca-Cola 11-inch doorstop for $45 that I've had for many years. It was a gift, so I had no money, my own money wrapped up into it. All I ever did with it was kick it and stub my toe on it. So I'm very glad that it is leaving.
Okay.
I was hoping we were going to record yesterday because I would actually be able to show you the item, but I sent it off today. So
cool. Mine was an antique. They call them Crocs. You know, they're like these ceramic vintage antique miniature Crocs. This thing was like 6.5 inches tall. $4 at a yard sale, and got $38.19 off of that thing.
Wow.
So that was my sale.
I didn't know Crocs were that old. That was a newer thing.
Yeah, not the shoes,
Oh,
but the storage Crocs.
antique
The
Crocs.
Croc. Yeah. If I can find it.
Like, do you guys have
now
pet
it's just us.
crocodiles out there?
No crocodiles here. I haven't seen it.
Kumbaya, my lord.
He's impressed with certain things, Archie. What is the certain
Kumbaya.
thing? What do you impress him with? What is the certain thing?
I don't think I'm very impressed with that answer.
Now, this is not the one that sold, but this is one that was similar. You know,
Looks
this
like
is
a flower pot.
it's a pottery. It's called a crock. You know, back in
I
the
thought it
old
was a
days, they used to store stuff
stuffed
in them.
crocodile.
Oh, for
Looks
the
like a
love
crock
of-
of. Oh,
But anyway,
But I get it, like a crock pot.
it wasn't
Yeah.
a crock pot either. I was thinking a crock pot.
anyway,
Yeah.
what was yours, Archie? Did you have a sale? Surely you
So
had a
mine was I finally sold the last of the expensive Western DVD sets from that $60 buy that now has turned into almost $1,600, but it was for the
Wow.
series, the seasons 1 through 3 of Bat Matterson, and it sold for $179.99.
Wow.
So
Those are some crazy
yeah.
profitable DVD sets.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I hope I find a deal like that again soon.
Yeah.
So easy to list. I'll get 35 of those listed in 2 hours.
That's what I'll do. I have like 5 boxes of DVDs from a big old estate buyout of all the media.
Yeah, but the problem is a lot of those are only worth a couple bucks. I mean, you can lot them up, make some money, but
Yeah, I have a bunch of kung fu ones and stuff like that. So if they're
Oh,
not,
I would-
some of them are worth
yeah.
good money though. But I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
lot them
for
up
sure.
because they're all the same type of movies, same style. Like the house that I bought everything from, the guy was big into martial arts.
I got to tell you that I bought out a guy's so the very first big DVD collection that I ever bought out, I paid like $1,400 and it was for like 3,500 DVDs. And I mean, I had some killer unicorns in that deal, and I had to have made close to $8,000. And the last group of DVDs that I had left was from an actress named Misty Mundane. Have you ever heard of her? Misty Mundane. Well, they're not X-rated movies, but they're risque movies, and I guess she's real big. Again, not into the porn movies, but she's known in, I guess, like that cultish type. I don't know what you call it, but I put it behind because I didn't know a lot about it. Come to find out, I had like 20 of those different DVDs, and I wound up making like another $400 or $500 just off those, because a lot of them were selling for like $20 each.
You know, after the
Look
show,
up Misty Mundane.
Ben's gonna go look it up after the show. We won't hear from him for a while.
How? Wait, spell it slow. How do you say mundane?
So they're not X-rated, but they're like B.
No, so it was like I guess she saw
style movies.
She saw
like
cult style, soft porn ish type. But again, you know, I knew nothing about it. I set it aside thinking they're nothing.
Yeah.
And they wound up actually, I got around to them like 6-7 months later, and yeah, I wound up making like a quick, and I mean, they sold quick. As soon as I was listing them, they were gone.
Definitely mark this video for not for kids.
Well,
That's all
I
I'm
told you
saying.
guys about all the.
Oh, I always do.
The Playboys. I have all the Playboys from 70
Yeah.
to 2000 that I
Yeah.
still need a lot together.
Okay. Gentlemen, we need to get to the comment of the week.
Is there a comment? Maybe there'll be a comment on this video.
You know, Alex, you need to tell our viewers once again what our promo is. If you would like to be a guest right here on the Resellers Locker Room podcast, what do you need to do?
What do you need to do, Ben?
You need to tell them, Alex. What do they need to do?
Record a video and tell us why you should be on the show. Post it on to Instagram. Tag us in the post and the Resellers Locker Room on Instagram as well, and I will repost it. Like
There you go.
I said, only got one. I reposted it,
All right.
but he
Speaking
still
of
hasn't
that,
showed up.
The comment of the week is this. It's coming from Soda City Flips, which is Shane. His comment was 6 days ago, I'm going to resend my video as a reel, you picky bastards.
It was a good video, though.
Shane. Dude, when we punch Shane's ticket to come in this locker room, I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't going to be any no holds barred on this guy. No holds barred. So we're going to light it up like a Christmas tree. You know what I'm saying?
Coming in the next
6
month.
Do I look like I'm being interrogated? Like
yes,
I might have done something.
Yes.
Like I might have done something illegal.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to put out a video. Yeah. Somebody might be putting out a video. They have receipts.
You need just antlers. Get some of them reindeer antlers. You'd be a deer in headlights.
I kind of like that lighting, though.
The FBI is interrogating me right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, we want to encourage you right here on the Reseller Locker Room podcast, number one, to like this video if you enjoy the content. If you listen to it while you work, that's why we're doing this. Listen to us while you work. Hit the sub button if you've not done so already. And we want to thank you, all of our subscribers that have hit that sub button. We appreciate you so much. And if you haven't done so, if you've been back here more than one time, why not hit the sub? It helps our channel out. It helps us out. We got to try to score something to where we can pay for some stickers because we have this giveaway that we're doing. So for every 100 subs we get, your name is entered into a drawing for a giveaway. Subscribe and win the prize pack of Bearded Picker Tea Jug signed by Alex. We're going to get some locker room stickers in the prize pack, a $25 gift card from eBay, and I don't know what you're going to get from Archie. Maybe a can of biscuits. We'll throw it in that box. And
maybe something out of my death pile.
Something out of Archie's death pile. We're going to do it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Beard King Picker on Facebook, Instagram, and his YouTube channel. Also check him out on TikTok. Yes. Also check out Archie on Instagram and on YouTube, his channels. And then my channel is the Rocky Top Picker. Be sure to check us out on all the social media platforms. And for the guys in the house, I want to thank you for being here today in the locker room. And we cannot wait to see you. You know what? We've got something we do need to touch on real quick that I forgot to mention, gentlemen. Halloween is next Tuesday. We are going to be dressing up for our next episode, and we can't share what we're going to come as, but you, the viewer, need to tune in, especially next week's episode, so you can see what we come as. So I am the Rocky Top Picker on behalf of Archie and Alex. This was incident number 7, and we'll see you next time, Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Peace, gentlemen.